Good morning, everybody. It's Pentecost. We have wind. We have fire. Moving swiftly on. Moving swiftly on. Today is Pentecost Sunday. Well, just Pentecost, really. And today we recall the Holy Spirit coming upon the disciples in wind and fire. Now, for our worship today, we've once again at 9:30 been joined by Trish Fogden from Appledore and Stone, Chris Hodgkins from Rolvenden and Newenden, and Judy Darkins from Wittersham and Ebony, together with members of the congregations, for a benefice celebration of Pentecost. It seems significant, as we gather in our homes alone or with one or two others, to remember that we are part not just of our own congregations here in Tenterden, St Michael's and Small Hythe, but part too of a larger network of worshippers in our benefice, as we are today. Beyond that, our deanery and our diocese, and of course across the world. And millions of Christians will be celebrating with us today the birthday of the church. So, hopefully you enjoy feeling a part of a body, a group of people that stretches to every part of the globe, but also back through 2,000 years to the first Pentecost and the birth of the Christian faith. Now, church magazines are, and this is just a reminder, our June issue of the magazine is now available from St Michael's Church Porch and St Mildred's Church Porch, and we thank John Hyde very much indeed for producing this month's mag. So do pop along if you haven't already and pick up your copy. Now, Nick Hudd sent in some cartoons and jokes, and we've dotted those around the Viral Times today. Hopefully they'll bring a little smile to your face, because as we know, a smile is a curve that sets everything straight. Isn't that lovely? Something else that's lovely is the alphabet of church life, and today we reach the letter P. Now, P stands for several things: pie and pint, praise and pizza, pastoral visitors, and prayer. Pie and Pint is our monthly men's group whose lunches at the Vine have been so cruelly interrupted by the virus. Praise and Pizza is a different approach to worship, which takes place on the third Sunday at St Mildred's at 11:15, or will do once we get back in action. Our team of pastoral visitors are second to none and doing a fantastic job in the current circumstances, and we thank them very much indeed. And of course, prayer and worship is the heart of our life and forms the bedrock of all that we are and do together. Now, tonight is Zoom night. Those of you who have the technology and the desire to join a short act of worship and a close examination of each other's living rooms will need the following information to find a way in. Well, when I say the following information, I do of course mean the information that will appear in your Viral Times email to you today. Now, we get underway at 6 o'clock, and we'd like to give you one or two little reminders, really. The first is to place a candle in an obvious position. Secondly, can you let myself or Jeanette know if you would like us to include particular people and places in the prayers? And finally, if you wish to make an address to the nation, sharing news and information, do let us know in advance. Oh, and finally, can you remember to wear something red? Something red. I don't mean a book, I mean something coloured red. Okay, the long arm of coincidence. Now, Shirley Puckett's been in touch, and Shirley says, one day a friend and I were looking at some old photographs. One of the photos featured my father after he was wounded in the First World War. Now, he was in a group photo taken at Shorncliffe Camp down at Folkestone. All the patients were in their blue uniforms and red ties, although of course the photo is in black and white. I pointed out my father in the front row. My friend pointed out the man sitting next to him, the chief medical officer, her father. These coincidences are truly remarkable and great stories. So Shirley, thank you very much for sending yours in. Now, this is the first of Nick's jokes. Please try and laugh. Little Sam and his family were about to have Sunday dinner at his grandmother's house. Everyone was seated around the table as the food was being served. When Sam received his plate, he started eating right away. "Sam, please wait until we pray over the food," said his mother, "like we do at home." "But we don't need to pray here," Sam objected. "This is Grandma's house, and she knows how to cook." Not bad, Nick, thank you. And we follow that up with, did Noah fish? The Sunday school teacher asked, "James, do you think Noah did a lot of fishing when he was on the ark?" "No," replied James. "How could he? He only had 2 worms." There you go. That's the last of them. Maybe you're pleased about that, or maybe you're not. Okay, now to something deadly serious, the next exciting instalment of the novella. We are now very close to the end, and here's today's exciting instalment. James and Alice walked back down the high street. The meeting with the housekeeper had been a distressing encounter. As they left, Jane Drury, let me start that bit again and get the pronunciation right. As they left, Jane Drury let me start that again and get the pronunciation right. As they left, Jane Drury impressed upon James that he must continue his search for the truth, whatever that might be. His initial half-heartedness was gone. This was his story. Newly energised, he and Alice took over the back room at the Black Horse and spread out the evidence. "So," said Alice, "what questions do you want to find the answer to first?" He thought for a moment. "Firstly, I want to sort things out with Violet. I feel sorry for her." Alice nodded her agreement. She'd known Violet for years and liked her. "The second question is, how did I end up in another Homewood family?" He felt sure there must be evidence, but James knew his shrewd, much-loved grandmother might prove to be the unexpected source of information. He was hoping Mr. Champion might be of great help with the financial fund. Riley, he thought, it explained the antipathy of a lot of the town if money had been lost. To himself, he thought of the question that troubled him most. Was James Homewood about to make good before his untimely death? He sincerely hoped so. Roll on tomorrow. Now we come to Countdown next, and we're going to start with the letters today because Joy Rapley has surpassed herself with a fantastic word from the letters we had yesterday. We all knew that Joy was very much in touch with the younger generation, and here is the proof. Joy writes, "I've got a 6-letter word, wumpy. I struggle to find a definition, but it's a word used by fan fiction writers. I would say it means crazy or way out, but I'm happy to be corrected. Well, can anyone out there enlighten us? We wait with bated breath." Now, newcomers to the countdown game are Pat and Steve Curtis, who have had a go at both quizzes. It's getting very smoky in the bunker. With the words they came up with one of the words they came up with is the word wimpy. I'm sure that with Joy's wumpy, there is a poem here somewhere, and that their solution to the I can hardly see the screen. Their solution to the numbers is as follows. Well, I think I'm going to leave you to read Viral Times because Steve and Pat have submitted their solution to the target, the countdown target, in terms of numbers, as have Neil and Keith. I think I think I'll leave you to read the answers for yourself. But hats off to everybody because being numerically challenged as I am, it's very difficult to it's very difficult for me to comment other than to say well done. Thank you very much indeed. So moving swiftly on before we send for the fire brigade. Though we've done all of that. Oh no, today's letters, sorry, are HELMOCEAN, and there is a 9-letter word here. And today's numbers are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, and the target is 605. No need for me to get into my car to test my eyesight, just peering through smoke is sufficient. Right, so moving down now, we come to, oh yes, Doing a creditable impression of Ozzy Osbourne is Glenn Peacock. Glenn and Maureen, whose photo also appears alongside Glenn's in the Viral Times, dressed up for a 60th birthday family Zoom party, and truly the results will make your hair stand on end. So have a look in the Viral Times and marvel at Maureen and Glenn. Marvel too at Bishop Rose's Pentecost sermon. Bishop Rose has prepared a sermon for us all for Pentecost, and in the Viral Times today is the link you need to follow to access the sermon. Oh, and you can find here both the text on a PDF document and the chance to listen to Rose preach it herself. So simply follow the instructions once in the link. Now we're going to add even more smoke and fire now, because we've come to a birthday, or two in fact. And so I'm going to light these candles, and the rapidly diminishing birthday candle. Right, we'll blow that one out for a minute while I assemble my birthday banner. I will drape it around myself. The smoke has died away a bit now. Right, here we go. So it's happy birthday today for Trish Fogden down at Appledore, and our own Tara Smith here in Tenterden. Now, we have an apology to make, because we understand that the birthdays of both ladies took place yesterday. So we're a bit behind, but we suspect it could be that we live in the bunker in a different time zone. Anyway, hopefully the purity of the singing, which is about to follow, will go some way to making amends. So here we go. I'm going to sing this twice, not whilst washing my hands, but because we've got two candles, and I reckon two happy birthdays should see us through to the end of the... Oops, this one's not lighting, hold on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Trish, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Tara. Wait for it. Wait for it. Any minute now. Happy birthday to you. Perfect timing. Right. Website, worship, and the Viral Times. In the Viral Times today are the bits of information you need to access our website worship. And today, on the website will be at about 9:30, the Liturgy of Pentecost. That's 9:30 in the morning. And at about 7 o'clock this evening, night prayer following the Celtic tradition. So there we go. There we are. So have a look at those. Thought for the day is on Viral Times, consisting of a Bible reading, a reflection, and prayers. And at the end, of course, our usual list of contacts. So if you need help or assistance, please do get in touch using the numbers and emails on the Viral Times. So it only remains now for me to say, keep praying, keep connected. What was the other one? Oh no, keep safe, keep praying, and keep connected. I think hopefully the wind that's about to spring out of nowhere will blow some of this smoke away. We can start to breathe properly. So have a lovely, lovely Sunday. Happy Pentecost.